Are we currently doing enough to save the planet we live on? In order to further reduce carbon emissions to a safe level, policies need to be put into place that not only enable change, but actually encourage it and push it forward. In this speech, I'll be discussing the negative impact we have on the environment, past efforts to reduce this using nuclear power, and what changes need to be made to current policies. We're currently facing a problem. Carbon emissions are killing the environment, and policies we have in place just aren't doing enough about it to make an actual change. Here's a scary fact. The US is the second largest carbon emitter in the world, producing 6,558 million metric tons of heat-trapping carbon gases every year, while our population only accounts for 4% of the world. This is an issue that our country has tried to fix before. The Energy Policy Act was passed in 2005. This policy gave tax credits for the energy produced in new nuclear plants and federal loans guaranteeing up to 80% of the project cost. But that wasn't enough. So in 2017, a new act was passed called the Advanced Nuclear Technology Development Act. This was basically Congress acknowledging and stating that they understand the benefits to nuclear reactors. They also put into place a plan to make the licensing process for advanced nuclear reactors quicker and more efficient while still remaining safe. These policies pointed us in the right direction, but it's still not enough. Some of the previously mentioned benefits of nuclear energy is that it generates around 20% of the total electricity and about 60% of the carbon-free electricity of the US. Nuclear power plants also operate consistently at a 90% capacity factor, meaning that they are up and running 90% of the time, which means it's a very reliable source of power. Nuclear power plants also generate billions of dollars in national economic activity and provide thousands of Americans jobs, high-paying jobs. Before I continue into the changes I would make, I'm going to elaborate on what an advanced reactor is. So to be an advanced nuclear reactor, it must include things like permanent safety features, lower production of waste, and it must have superior reliability and efficiency. Or if it's a nuclear fusion reactor, it would also be considered advanced. The policy change I would make would mainly expand upon the Energy Policy Act of 2005, but have a heavy emphasis on advanced nuclear reactors like the Act of 2017 does. So for new advanced reactors being created, they would receive greater tax breaks based on the amount of energy they produce. They would receive a loan up to 100% instead of 80 like the previous act. 100% of the project cost with a payback period of around 10 years. And they would even receive some direct funding for construction. We currently just aren't doing enough to support the nuclear industry, but with greater incentives to make these advanced reactors, we can create a better world and a better future. Thank you.